What's going on, Raider Nation? I want to jump on here real quick and talk a little bit about last weekend's loss to Steelers. Lost 18 to 23, and in typical Raider fashion, didn't go out with us stirring up some controversy. So, I want to jump on here and talk about that a little bit, kind of give you my opinion on it, my perspective, and at the end of the video, if you agree with it, appreciate it. If not, please let me know in the comments because I'm here to learn from you just as much as you're listening to me and giving you my assessment of the situation. But late in the fourth quarter, a little over 2 minutes left, our head coach, Josh McDaniel's, decided to kick a field goal instead of go for it and potentially go for the tie. And this definitely stirred up some mixed emotions amongst not only the nation, the fans, but also the NFL analysts. And so, but in my opinion, before we actually jump onto that actual play, I think there was an opportunity before that, early in the fourth quarter, for the game to turn a little bit in our favor. So I kind of want to touch on that real quick, and then we'll get into the play that stirred up all the commotion. So if you look at the screen here, I'm going to jump right into it. It's about 13 minutes left in the game. We're on the Pittsburgh 22-yard line, and it's 4th and 5. Just to give you a kind of little recap on what has happened up to this point in the game, the score's 23-7. Those 7 points we scored with 7 minutes left in the first quarter. So basically, over 2 quarters has gone by, and we haven't put any additional points on the board. And those 23 points that Pittsburgh has, they scored those unanswered. So obviously the momentum is in the hands of Pittsburgh. Our defense is frustrated. I know I'd be if our offense has stalled out as much as they did throughout the entire game. And you got to keep in mind we have one of the best kickers in the NFL. In my opinion, I think we should have kicked the field goal, get the points, give some confidence to our offense, give some confidence to the defense that we can move the ball and finish by putting some points on the board. I think this was a missed opportunity. I think this decision was mismanaged. I think you take the points, you let the momentum start to swing our way a little bit. Pittsburgh offense is not very good. Our defense was actually doing pretty good the majority of the game. So I think in that moment, you kick the field goal, you take the points, and hopefully momentum starts to swing our way a little bit. So I think that was a pretty pivotal moment in the game that didn't allow that momentum to come our way. And so, in addition to that, let's jump into the controversial play. So, this is 4th down. Obviously, we decided to kick the field goal, but let's break down the situation a little bit. We're inside the Pittsburgh 10. We're on the 8-yard line. A lot of people in social media, analysts, they were talking about how it's 4th and goal. You got to score. Well, if you look at the sticks, it's actually 4th and 3. And so if you look at it from the standpoint of Pittsburgh, right? If we would have went for it, Pittsburgh's mentality is keep us out of the end zone. Do not let them score. And so in this situation, I believe McDaniel should have called a play. You run some receivers, you run some offensive threats into the end zone. Give Garoppolo the option to throw it in the end zone and take that opportunity to score if it's there, but also have some guys sitting underneath because Pittsburgh's most likely going to have their heels on the goal line. They're going to give you anything underneath. You take it underneath, and they're going to rally to the ball. You give that option for Garoppolo, dump that ball off into the flats, get that 1st down, and it gives you 4 more chances to score. That's what I would do. I think that's the best decision. In addition to everything that I just said, I'm a firm believer that there's certain moments within a season that can swing your season one way or another. And I think this was a missed opportunity for McDaniels. McDaniels came in last season touted as one of the best offensive coordinators in all of football. He was brought in to revitalize Carr, bring the best out of Carr. We brought in Devontae Adams. We had all the weapons. We had all the makings to be a great offense. And last year, what did that result in? That resulted in us giving up 6 double-digit leads, a NFL record last season. And so coming into this season, I think Josh McDaniels had a lot of proving to do to the Raider Nation. He lost a lot of confidence in the fan base because he didn't do what we all thought he was going to do. And so I think this moment right here was a great opportunity for him to be able to prove that I brought in my guys. We currently have the fifth most salary cap paid to our offense in all of the NFL. Going into last offseason, it was known we needed to improve our defense. Our defense needed the most help. And what did we do? We spent a ton of money on the offense. We spent our first and second round draft picks out of Myers out of Notre Dame and Trey Tucker, the speedster in the third round. We spent all that capital. We spent some of our top draft picks on offense. We have the weapons, including Hunter Renfrow, Devontae Adams. You brought in your boy Jacoby Myers, and you have Garoppolo. There's no reason why you shouldn't have gone for this. There's no reason why you kicked that field goal. That was an opportunity for you to be able to prove to the nation, this is why you were brought over. This is why we can trust you to make the right decisions, even though the majority of the nation was extremely confused as to why you made some of your moves in the offseason. But this was your opportunity, and I think you missed it. So at the end of the day, we go into a game that was a very favorable matchup for us. We could easily have beaten the Steelers. We're coming off of a pretty embarrassing loss to the Bills. This was a perfect game for us to be able to revamp from that loss. We head into Green Bay, or I apologize. We head over to our second home in SoFi and play a tough divisional game against a Chargers team that's going to do everything they can to take it to us. It's going to be a tough game. We really needed this to be the momentum to go into that game, and I think he just missed the mark. So, guys, that's my opinion. That's my take on it. Again, if you agree, that's great. If you don't, please let me know. Let me know in the comments. If you like these type of videos, I'll be doing these every single week, kind of breaking down our upcoming matchups, giving some post-game reviews. In addition to that, I'll be doing some giveaways as we hit some milestones with subscribers. I live here near the Vegas area, and I'm really looking forward to being able to engaging with some of the fans, you guys here on this platform, as well as involve myself a little bit with the Raiders here locally and kind of give you updates on what's going on, not only around the Raider Nation, but here locally, right around our Allegiant Stadium. So I appreciate you guys. For those of you that stuck around, please hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications. I'll be doing giveaways as we hit milestones. I'd love for you to be involved in those. But thanks for taking the time. Thanks for listening. And until next time, Raiders, I'm out.